My overall philosophy is really about healing the soils to grow healthier, more resilient plants that have the resistance to the insects and disease. But it does start back in the soils.
I'm Bill Daly.
I'm Rhonda Daly. The name of the farm is Milgadara on Moppity Road, Young. The farm is 1,180 hectares.
So our farm is mixed crops, cattle, sheep, both merino sheep and prime lambs as well. A little bit dry at the moment, but usually a pretty good rainfall.
What I've found is that we'd really focused on the chemical side of the soil, the mineral side. We hadn't focused on the biological side. The biology of the soil, which is housed in the organic matter, it impacts 90% of the soil functions. And we hadn't recognized that in past generations.
I was having concerns with where we were travelling farm-wise. The lack of structure in our soil was concerning for me, and our soils were becoming very easy to erode. There were more weeds than I'd seen before. So why were we suddenly being told to put on more inputs? Because we weren't changing our crop yields to any great extent. Unknowingly, we were actually mining our natural resource that we had under our feet. So that was a mindset change for me that I had to start rethinking and saying, okay, what am I doing today that's impacting the soil that we're working with? Am I impacting it negatively or am I impacting it positively? The great thing that we need in our farm is the organic matter, the humus level of our soils. That's the structural builder, the home of the microbial system. That's the energy in your soil, and the health of all that comes from that humus building in that soil system.
There is an economical benefit for doing this because over time your yields and the quality of your animals and the quality of your grain will improve. But there is a transition phase. But if you think of the money that's spent on urea, fungicides, insecticides, I say take that money and put it in fertility up front, and most likely you won't need that at the end. So not saying you reduce cost. I think sometimes you've transferred them, particularly when you're in transition and making it, but you're turning it from doing harm to doing good. The structure of the soil, to me, is probably one of the most important things because it creates the pathways for the roots, it creates pathways for water, infiltration, and the harder the soil gets, the less structure, the less air, then the more input you need to bring in to amend it. And so getting the biological diversity in your soils, to me, that's the start of being able to reduce your insecticides and pesticides and growing that resilient plant.